Alpha 101 Survival here. My name is Larry Whittington. I am your host. Some of the equipment you will need, or I suggest for rock climbing. Don't attempt this at home or wherever. You could hurt yourself. Definitely seek a professional and their advice and take some classes. Anyway, one thing I recommend is a belay device, a locking carabiner, a harness. I'll show you how to put this on, how to set this up. It's optional, but a helmet. Optional, rock shoes. I use them anyway because I like to go up instead of down sometimes. Also, eye protection, which it's around here somewhere. There you go. That's some of the equipment you would need for basic rappelling. This is nothing that's overly complicated. The most important thing is you remember how to tie your knots and you remember to set anchors properly. You always want 3 points of contact. We'll get into that a little bit more, but for right now, I'm going to start getting set up and then start showing you the gear. This is a little awkward to film because I'm on a slant and you guys probably can't tell because camera doesn't see in these binocular. It doesn't see that way. So here we go. I'm going to attempt to do this and put this gear on, so I'll probably stand back, so I hope you can see it. I will do a separate video where I have better lighting, more of a setup environment, like a studio kind of, and so you get a really good idea. Harness. You can get these anywhere. Number one, you can get them off Amazon.com. Me, I got this one from REI. Their stores are rare, but they do have an online website, and they just have some of the best hiking, camping equipment available. I recommend their website. At least, take a look at it. And the cool thing about this harness is it shows you how to put it on. Remember, perishable skills, non-perishable skills? Sometimes you just forget. So, there you have it. A lot of times people actually carry cards like flashcards. They're called survival cards, which isn't a bad idea. Sometimes everybody needs notes. But anyway, that's what you want to do. Step into your harness here. I'm going to try to do this without critical injury. Step it in my harness here. Pull these up your legs, your leg straps. This harness is messed up because it's been in a bag, but the most important thing is your waist belt and your these straps in the back. They're only there to keep the leg straps from it's actually spandex, from riding up, and your belt from doing all kinds of weird stuff. This thing is for men, it can be a little uncomfortable. You can see why. So here we go. Let's real quick take a look at the instructions. I don't know, maybe I've gained some weight, but whatever. Let's take a look at the instructions and see how it says to do that. You want to put your loop through like this, loop it back through. So basically, according to the instructions, you do this right here. This says right here, danger, Will Robinson. It just says danger. It doesn't say Will Robinson. There you go. I got it back through. Some people just do that and they think that's good enough, but nope. You loop it back through again. So as I get that in there, I've done a lot of climbing in different areas. One place that I absolutely fell in love with climbing at when I was stationed in California in the military was Joshua Tree National Monument. That place, like some of the episodes of Star Trek were shot there. You know, when Captain Kirk could be working his pimp magic on some like green chick, and then he'd go like on an away team to a planet surface. That place looks so alien. I see why they chose to shoot episodes there. It was really freaking cool. I loved camping there. One of my favorite things ever happened to me camping there was one night we decided to do night climbing. So we had all of our gear set up and all of our headlamps and stuff like that, flashlights. And then the moon just came up. And it was so bright. It was almost like daytime. Most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It was unbelievable. It felt like I was on the surface of an alien world. Really cool place. Definitely go there if you get a chance. Arizona, Nevada, Colorado. Here in West Virginia, in the Appalachians, there's a lot of good places to climb. Of course, the rock is a lot different. A lot of the rock on the West Coast is volcanic, so it's very crystalline in structure. Tears up your fingers, so it takes you a while to get used to it. One thing I used to do to help strengthen my fingers, or to toughen them up, was I used to rake it over sandpaper. Gently, of course. You don't want to make blood, draw blood, but that's how coarse that rock is there. You fall, I mean, even if you don't get hurt, you get scraped up really bad, and that's just ruins your day. All right, back to this. You're a carabiner, right? This part is called your gate, but it has a locking gate. Because reason this one locks, it's the most critical one to your safety. If, let's say, you take a hard fall and there's a certain amount of G-force in your body, watch the gate. Hear that? It's because the gate's slowly slapping open. A lot of other carabiners don't have these gates, but that's why you have multiple ones. It's like back up to back up to back up. So what you want to do is take your locking carabiner. A lot of people do it differently, like they'll do it from this, because there's both here and here. I don't do that. I actually put it through this bottom part and put that here. That's how I wear my carabiner. Typically, people will face the gate down or face up. I face my gate up so I can see it. Okay? There you go. That's your carabiner, along with your harness on. Your blade device. Click that right in there for the time being. I'm locking the gate just for fun. And then I'm probably going to have to make this into another video or several videos so I don't go over in time. But just something I thought was really cool. Since I was a kid, it's been here. I have no clue, so I'm wondering if there's anybody out there that can answer this question. See the series of holes that go all the way up the rock? Right here? They've been here since I was a kid. I was like, I don't know, 7 years old, and this is I guess it's the first place in my life that I became interested in rock climbing, because even as a kid, it was almost like stairs to climb up. It's not completely vertical. It's slightly slanted. It's perfect. It's a perfect area for a demonstration. So if anybody knows why those holes are there and they're so closely spaced together and almost precise, I would like to know. It seems to me that they'd be human-made, but there could be some natural means on why they're here. So, without any further ado, I'm going to continue. Got my helmet. I'm going to put that on in a second. Now I've got my rope. The reason I'm moving so slow through this episode is because what I'm doing can be extremely dangerous, and it's hard to concentrate on two things at the same time. So I apologize for making this slow and in multiple videos. I want to make sure I cover everything and I'm completely safe and I do not harm myself, my battle body, alright? I'm pulling the rope out. This is one thing some people don't, but I do. It depends on how you're rappelling, whether you have multiple people rappelling or it's just yourself. I don't recommend you doing it yourself because, well, once again, You don't want to be by yourself in a dire situation. Like that one guy in Arizona. I think it was Arizona or Colorado. This rope is made by Mammoth. It's a pretty good rope. It's 165 feet long. It's nylon with high tensile strength fibers in the middle. See, it's white. It's got this nice rocky camouflage looking collar on the outside. Some tips: never stand on your rope. Try to keep your rope off the ground. It's got a rope bag. You lay this out and you lay your rope on top of it when you're rappelling or you're climbing. Reason being is microscopic particles of dirt will start to weave their way into the fabric, and it will slowly but surely break down your rope. You want to try to keep it clean as possible. Remember, this is your lifeline, literally. More than likely, I'm going to have to go over this again. I'm sorry, not go over it again. I'm going to have to make multiple episodes because you can only get 15 minutes per. So this may take a while. Be patient, and I will do the best I can to inform you. I'm probably going to show you this multiple times, what I'm about to do. It's called a figure 8 knot. A lot of people don't understand that when you tie a knot, it loses 50% of its strength. The only knot that does not do that is a figure 8 knot. It only loses a small percentage. So it's 75% strong with a figure 8 knot in it. Okay, so now I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to do here. This is my rope. I'm going to hold it out in front of me like this, right? Got a good side angle. Then is what you do. You go under your rope, over your rope, back through. So I'm making a regular knot, back through. Then is what you want to do is keep you some slack in there, pull that up a little bit, right? Then you want to trace your 8 exactly the way that it runs through. Just follow that through, like so. Follow that through, like so, and then back through, and then cinch your rope down, right? That's my little ditty. Under, over, under, through, back through, trace figure 8. Notice this part looks like an 8, but it's a figure 8, like a skater. Here's your little rope, although I did not leave enough. I should have. A lot of times when you have excess rope hanging off there, is what you do. You tie it back around, or you just tie it off. Some people don't. This is your figure. This is your figure 8, like a skater, coming in, doing the little circles, right, and then winging back out. So there you go. And is what you would do is you would take this part and you would hook it. Unlock your carabiner, like so. Lock it in. There's your lifeline. First part of your lifeline. This is a little big. That doesn't really matter all that much. It's this part that matters. So, getting a little low on time here. I will see you guys in part 2 of Repelling Ain't No Poop. Later.